Hello, guys. Hello out there you know what I'm going to say, clown world. In the mental asylum. How is everyone coping in the mental asylum? Everyone doing okay? You got to laugh at it, guys. You got to laugh at it. You got to poke the bear. You got to poke fun at it because otherwise you will go insane. You will go into a spiral of depression and it's not good. We know that things are crazy, but you got to laugh at it because ultimately, I'm pretty sure it's most of us anyway. It's our last time here, so you got to have a good laugh at it on the way out, and you got to laugh at the NPCs and everything that the Matrix is throwing at us. If you can find the humor in it all, it's not so bad, and I continue to have really, really big belly laughs at the things that are going on. And I might make another NPC diaries soon. I've had a couple more things come up, um, which uh, which is definitely quite funny, really. Mostly involving noise, I have to say. That is my main trigger, as most of you will know who follow me. I'm not a big fan of noise, and that's how they often get me. So we've got 16 on at the moment, guys. Please, as usual, don't forget to like the video. It really, really helps. Spreads the message. It gets more shares out there in the algorithm and all that stuff. So if you haven't already, give it a quick like. And this is an open floor Q&A. Please feel free to ask any questions about anything that's on your mind: entities, implants, soul traps, memory wipes, NPCs, anything, energy, anything that you can think of, and I'll be happy to try and answer your questions. And let me know how it is where you are in the world, how insane things are. So we've got 21 on so far. Hi, Anjani. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You're welcome. I'm good to do this live as well. It's been a while. It's been a good few months actually since I've done a proper live, because obviously, you know, I've been so busy with creating the course that took up a huge amount of my time, which is now out there. We've got a lot of people signed up, a real good community building on there, guys. People are practicing and training on each other. I do think it is vital that you know, we should all be doing some sort of energy training and strengthening our energy. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I've not done a live for a while. Who else have we got on? Hi, Liberate Yourself. Hi, Bandy Boo. Divine Angel. No, Divine Angel. Divine Hazel. I wonder what that was. Then we don't have angels on this channel. Liberate Yourself. Please talk about NPCs. Oh, we can always talk about NPCs, can't we? Hi, Andy. Hi, Hadi. NPCs are on the rise. Yeah, I was having this conversation last night with a few people that I was having dinner with, and we were talking about NPCs, and it does seem to be the case, particularly over the last couple of years. I don't know whether because there's like just more general awareness around NPCs that you tend to notice them more. So I think that might be part of it, but it does feel like the Matrix is kind of amping things up with these people. Someone put an interesting comment in my NPC video, and they said, "Have you ever seen your neighbours do your shopping, do their shopping, bringing their shopping in?" And I was trying to rack my brains, and I can't remember actually seeing any of my neighbours bringing their shopping in, because what she was basically saying is that NPCs they don't actually need to eat because they're just programs. Obviously, you see them in supermarkets to try and disturb and upset you, But now I'm on the lookout for NPCs that are bringing in food into their apartments. And I swear, since I've seen that comment a couple of months ago, I still haven't seen any of my neighbours bringing any food into the building. So yeah, it's an interesting observation. Um, but I was saying to my friends last night that once you realise that a lot of people are NPCs, you stop taking things so personally. You stop, the things that people do, although it's still annoying, you can kind of laugh at it because you just realise that these people are just walking programs. So I think it does help lighten the load in that respect. So um, who else we got on? Hi D. Am I familiar with Honey Golden? No, I'm not. Is that like a new ager? Monobodis, I'll message you. I mean, we're doing the weekly lives within the support group, and they're going really well. We're doing like joint energy sessions, so we're all working on each other. But I'll email you. You got banned from Facebook, so you're hardcore. Miroslav, hi. Just newly discovered you. Have you heard about Bernard Gunther and Laura Matsu? Yeah, I used to really follow Bernhard. I used to really like his work. And then something changed with him when he got with Laura about, I don't know, I think they've been together 5 years ago. And I noticed just how, well, the final straw was they started really heavily promoting Trump as the savior and QAnon. And I couldn't believe it because having listened to Bernhard for a few years, it really shocked me. And it almost seemed like she was driving it and he was following. So I completely lost interest in their work, unfortunately, because as you guys know, I don't think anyone's here to save us. We're here to save ourselves, and certainly not a politician, and certainly not a buffoon like that idiot. And so, yeah, the jury's out on them anymore. I don't know what happened, whether he got co-opted by her. I don't follow what they're talking about now. Another one that came up in conversation last night was Cameron Day. I used to really like his work as well, and now apparently he's promoting Jesus. So I don't know what's happening to people out there right now. So Cosmos, I have a question. Intrusive thoughts that seem to come from someone and visions with them saying negative stuff. Could these come from tech or entities? Probably both, I would say. So if you're sitting there and for some unknown reason you'll just start getting this negative mind chatter, oh, you're not good enough, you can't do this, no one likes you, you're a loser, that's entities probably. And so a lot of the thoughts we have are not actually our own thoughts. And actually, with the chakra removal, one of the main things that people experience is the quietness of the mind. It doesn't go. It's not like you never have a negative thought again. I mean, you still have your subconscious wounds, your unhealed stuff, but the constant 24/7 that gets dialed right down because it takes out a main way that they access your energy field. But also, I would say AI and tech as well. Over the last few weeks, months, guys, I mean, I've always, and you guys have probably always known just how bad all the heavy metals is. But it's really, really hit home the last month or so, just how infested we are with heavy metals and nanotechs, nanotechnology, nanobots, all that stuff. And I would go as far to say is that whatever's in the what is probably being sprayed from the skies as well, in terms of the graphene and all that kind of stuff. And the reason I say this, and this is going to be a little bit gross, but I'm going to share it with you. So I've been really focusing on clearing this stuff out of my body. Now I use like a 3-pronged attack, right? So I use chlorine dioxide, which is a derivement of MMS, and you can make that yourself, but you have to be careful. I don't actually make it myself. There's a guy here in Player that I get it from, and that literally cleans the cells. It cleans the heavy metals out of the cells, or helps to anyway. I also, and I put this in the heavy metal detox playlist. I've created a heavy metal detox playlist on my channel. There's about 8 or 9 videos in there. Some of them are from myself, but there's another one from Dr. Virtue. Now, I only recommend those videos of his. I don't recommend all his videos, because there's some videos where he's using sacred geometry and some of this stuff. But the heavy metal detox videos he has are really, really good. So I listen to those every day. And also the glutathione patches, which you guys will know that I speak about a lot. The glutathione really is a detox element in our body, and like our glutathione levels are really low because of the way that we're living. So one of those patches increases glutathione levels by over 300% in 24 hours. And I'm not joking you, right? When your body wants to clear stuff out, it creates a lot of spit, right? And instead of just spitting, I know this is gross, but it's important to share so you can get the point of what I'm saying. So I spit into a bottle, and I'm not joking you, there's a lot that's been accrued now, and it's grey, right? It's actually grey, browny grey, and I put this down to all the heavy metals coming out, and there is so much of it. I'm not even joking you, and I've been doing this for like 15 days straight. And what I've noticed is my head is becoming really, really clear, even my skin as well, and so we are infested with this stuff. And going back to your original question, these nanobots, this nanotechnology is conscious in our body, right? And so if you imagine that it's also probably interfacing with 5 you know what, and the electromagnetic frequencies that are out there, then probably a lot of the thoughts that we're getting are also from technology. So yeah, it really is all around spiritual warfare, basically. And just on the Wi-Fi problem right now, because 5 you know what is pretty much up everywhere now. I don't know if any of you have heard of these EMF cards. Well, basically, they're really good. They create an electromagnetic field around you, similar to the tuning forks, which kind of scrambles the 5G technology that's around us. I said the word. Probably I'm going to get this taken down now. So they're a really good tool as well. I'll put the link in the description below on that. So there are tools out there to combat all of this. That's the good thing. But it takes effort and time, and it's a process. But yeah, guys, the amount of heavy metals coming out of my body is not pretty, and it'll probably be the same for you as well. So what else have we got? I've got a super chat. Thanks for the super chat, UWU. Hello, is the feeling of love that stems from religious worship used as control mechanism by entities over humanity? How can they control love itself? So again, this is something that came up in conversation last night. Particularly things like Reiki, they use this. I call it a false light grid. Actually, I'm going to stop using the term false light, because who knows what light is true, if light is even good, essentially, anyway. But they love bomb people at death, and I've made a video about this, with this kind of frequency of ecstasy. If anyone's ever tried ecstasy, I tried it back in the day. Obviously, I don't recommend it now. But if you've ever taken ecstasy, it just feels like you love everything and everything loves you, right? It's an incredible feeling, right? But it's false. And why is it false? Because there's that crash afterwards. You have they call it a come down, which can last for a good week, right? And the same applies with like Reiki and those kind of modalities where you get that initial high, and then there's like the crash, right? And I would say that religion is similar to that, in the fact that you're tuning in or you're tapping into that kind of like fake love, uh, that fake love grid, basically, which isn't true. And so that can probably be why people feel good, but also it ties into the whole idea of a savior, and someone's here to come and redeem us all this stuff. So that in itself makes people feel good, because I guess they don't feel so alone, or um, I don't know. I think it's like a multifaceted thing. So um, yeah, it's basically a false energy grid that people are tuning into, and getting false highs, I would say. Um, Tony, I agree with what you say about Bernard. Something is off these days. Same for Cameron Day, Trump promotion. Yeah, I was so shocked. Also, they're very kind of like, aren't they, like yoga, meditation? They're very much, I think, into. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're very much into those kind of modalities, and I'm not big on either of those. I find particularly yoga quite creepy. I'm going to make a video about it soon, because a lot of the positions that you make are archetypes calling in demons. Things like Kundalini with the serpent energy, and they're sticking their tongues out and doing all kinds of weird stuff. Um, I'm surprised. India right now, so sad to see how people are so